February 2nd, 2022. All right, so guys, remember, oopsie, we don't want that there. Um, yeah, so today was another good day. Um, remember, I think I'll just go straight into it. Remember yesterday we talked about how this was a spike pullback in channel, and I was debating whether we had this was the first high, this was the first pullback. We thought maybe this was the second, and that was it. But actually, yeah. So we were right that actually that high and that was the pullback, at least something like that. And then today, actually, so you had one, two, three, and then we kind of went sideways to down. Anyway, so yeah, so spike in channel, and therefore, in terms of trading today, hang on a second. I may have I'm just seeing something that's just kind of made me. Oh, no, come on. All right. It's a bit weird, this. Um, right, let's just make sure this is shown on the other charts, all charts. All right, here we go. All right. ES. hmm. Okay. I think this is an overshoot. Yeah, I think this is an overshoot. I think I think this is supposed to be here. That's better. Yeah, now this makes sense. Let's touch this twice. And I think this is an overshoot. And I think as a result of that overshoot, you now have an attempt to make another high. And then we have well, almost like a double top, but it's actually a wedge top. But anyway, so um, today is going to be more of an analysis as opposed to a recap because, I mean, I did take a few trades, but they were scalps. They weren't based on any price action. Um, if anything, I'll say there were a little bit of gambles. Actually, let me see. Let's turn on the data series. Um, all right, so I am now, as you can see, the accounts. Well, I don't normally have the account there, but this is for Lilu. I decided to try one of these prop firms. I did one last week for a company called Apex Funder, Apex Funding. Yeah, there we go. Um, it says I went short and exited. This obviously is a loss, but I traded the NQ more. Let's have a look. There we go. A lot of scalping here. Long exited here, and there's a reason why I did that over here. Maybe I'll just talk about this, then talk about this, and then do the analysis. Not so much on NQ, because I was trading this based on this. All right. So anyway, this is what I saw. If you look at this, one pullback, two pullback, three. But this is not really a pullback, and I was really debating whether this was a pullback. This definitely is a pullback, so it's two legs up. So I thought, okay, we're going down. Um, but because I was scalping, I had a very big position, so therefore my stop was going to be tight. Ideally, if I'm going to go short, my stop here. If I'm going to go long, my stop here. Um, and therefore, I was taking these very, very like quick scalps. If I remember correctly, I did look at this on the 1 minute chart. There we go. Um, so yeah, went above this. No, went short here, got out really quickly. Went short here, got out here, which isn't a good trade. There were not many good trades here, and then I just scalped some really quick ones. Um, and a lot of it had to do with the fact that I saw this wedge one, two, and three, and then decided, okay, if we have a wedge bottom, we're probably going up, right? So you have three lows, so we're probably going up. But I, because of my position size, I was not prepared to lose this much, and I didn't have the time for this to play out, which is funny because it ended up playing out. Anyway, it worked out in the end, and then this was a good one. Went long here and then got out here. Um, Yeah, it worked out really well in the end. I could have held here, but I had to go and I didn't have enough time. Um, and also, one of the things that kind of caught my attention, why I had more conviction to hold this longer than this, a lot had to do with what the 5 minute price action. So there are a few things that I noticed first of all, which was, we have a parabolic wedge here, so therefore I'm in a very strong breakout. You're only bear bars, even though we have pullbacks. So I thought, well, if we're going to have a pullback, we should certainly go down lower. But we seem to be holding the moving average. And I thought, this is not exactly what I want to see. If we're holding the moving average, we're probably going higher. And as you can see, we went sideways for a bit, went down. So another wedge, and then we went higher. So this looks like a failed wedge. Um, and that was that. Anyway, needless to say, um, I wasn't supposed to trade today. I opened up the account and yeah, and I really wanted to trade. The challenge I have is I have to make a certain uh, profit. I mean, I guess I can talk about it. I'm supposed to make $6,000 in the account in 10 days, right? So today we made 1,002. Could have made more if we hadn't taken those stupid trades. But there were some great opportunities, even all the way from here. Throughout the whole day, there were great opportunities, especially knowing the bigger picture of what's going on. So I've decided today what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about what was happening today based on how we've been trading this range all this time. All right, so as I said, we're in a spike pullback in channel, and this is the third high. Um, and generally, we normally what happens is after this overshoot, we do this a double top and then head down. This is also a test of the hang on, I have to use the other chart. Everything is on Thinkorswim. It's a test of, and I will show you in a second, of what month. Okay, so let's pull this across. All right, and let's pull back. There we go. So it's a test of the December open. Now, why is that important? If you look at the monthly chart, and I'm going to put a clean chart up, so let's just go to back test. Okay, so in fact, I'm just going to clear this. I don't think I need this anymore. All right, so we have, this is a monthly chart. I remember we said we have a wedge top 1, 2, and 3, right? And usually when you have wedge tops, you have a sell-off. Or not so much a sell-off, but you have a trend reversal. And that trend usually tests the first pullback of that wedge top. And this was a test this low. So now we have a support. So right now, we're now in a trading range, right? And this is the top of the range. Now, on the monthly chart, so we've now rallied back up, and we've now tested this bar. And if you're a supply and demand trader, you would know that this generally tends to be the supply region, right? As a result, we had a massive sell-off at the close. This is a test of that. And now, why is that? Why does that happen? If you think about it, all the bulls who bought here and are still holding, and we're expecting a higher, especially those on the monthly chart, those who bought this candle and saw this bar the next month, and obviously waited for it to close, and it closed here. They obviously bought some more down here because they bought here before. Now, if you bought here and then you buy some more here, what are you gonna expect? You're probably gonna exit around here, so you put your orders to exit here, and that's what causes supply. When they say that there are all these orders that are left here, actually what it is they're orders that have been put there because they bought here already, right? So when we had this, and then they're buying here, and that's what causes trading ranges and all that stuff. So when they've come over here, they've provided a lot of provided resistance. And of course the bears know that. They look at the fact that this is where they would do the same thing too. So that's why we have that. All right, so if we go back to the 5-minute chart, all right, and then we go and look at back to the really messy full chart with all my levels and everything. This is the Globex chart. I was trying to explain to a friend today what once you have that, you can lead to a sell-off, and then you have another wedge leading to another sell-off. Anyway, so we're going to talk through, I don't know whether I should talk through here or use the other chart, because I've already marked it over here. Let's go back to NinjaTrader. Alright, so first bar doji, second bar bull bar, trying to break this level, and then you have a big massive bear reversal, two legs down, or not, sorry, two big massive bear bars, one closing on its low. Now you have a bull response, so it's big down, big up. Big down, big up always leads to big confusion. As a result, you know we're in a trading range. Whenever I see this, I know we're probably forming a wedge. 1, 2, 3, this is a wedge here. Nice response for the bulls. In fact, you could say 1 pullback, 2 pullback, 3. This is probably another wedge, but I wouldn't even count it as that. I actually prefer these 3 lows as my wedge. Definitely could go long here. I mean, all these micro wedges here, small wedges here. 1 pullback, 2 pullback, 3. This is a nice wedge. This is actually a really good wedge, actually. So you have a little wedge here. You can call it a micro wedge, but this is the main wedge. Double bottom, major trend reversal. Really could go long above this bar. This is the bear channel. This is now the bull channel. And you also have to remember that every attempt at the open, or like, what's the word? Not every attempt, but every move, whether strong or weak, always reverses, or 50% of them reverse. Let's just say 80% of them reverse. They reverse the trend, and 50% reverse the trend. But this is like the 80. Most of them always, whenever you have a move at the open, it always goes to test resistance or support, and so you have that here, and it's come back down. So nice wedge, could go long here. The question is, so many points, 2, 4, 6, 8, almost 10 points of risk. The question I would ask myself is, if I'm risking 10 points, I mean, yeah, of course I will get these 3 highs, but they have wicks. You have a very tight channel. Chances are this reversal will be minor, and therefore your second leg would be more ideal. I probably will be shaking out of here, or probably just enter half a position on this leg and then enter the second one here. I'm more confident with the second one. Again, would not have hit your stop. 1 pullback, 2 pullback, 3. So this is another big wedge, but then you can kind of do the wedge from here. 1, 2, and 3. Nice double top, major trend reversal. Probably sell below this bear bar, but you probably be stopped out here. This is actually a better sell, and this is even much better, breaking this trend line and a massive sell-off from this very strong bull trend, and it's been going down since. If you look at the Globex chart, this is that sell-off here, and we have a spike pullback in channel, 3 pushes down, and then we now have a reverse. In fact, it actually looks better on Thinkorswim, because I've actually been analyzing it. I was actually looking, I considered taking it short here, so this means, and then saw a measured move down here, which reached the target over here, wedge top here, and then you can see wedge bottom here, trying to make that third low. So 1, 2, 3 at the third low we reversed, but it's a very, very weak reversal, so it's a very bad bull flag. What will be interesting to see is how far up we go relative to this, which probably means based on this we're going to go even much lower. And where would we test? This is actually a good place to test, but this ultimately is where we want to test. The question is, will we get this low? I don't know, but we're here already. Chances are price would come down here. Will we get a gap down? I think we started a bear trend, because we have a gap. This is a gap. We have a big massive bear spike, and that big bear spike will influence price action for the next day. So what I envisage, bear spike at the bottom of the range, possible price may come back up here by tomorrow, open up here, and then maybe attempt to go higher, see how high we can go if we do, or otherwise we just sell off, in which case we're coming down to this level, because there's a little agreement here, there's a triangle here, so this is an area of agreement, and chance we'll actually get slow down here, maybe pull back, go higher, go down, but at least we can see a nice spike here already. All right, I'm trying to see if there's anything else that where was it? No, okay, here we go. No, wrong chart. Nope, there we go. Yeah, so it doesn't look, but then again, this is the Globex session. It's not that strong. There isn't much volume, so therefore the movement isn't great. But as far as the day was concerned, as I said, you had a really nice rally here. You could have scalped these legs. I mean, it's a bear trend, bear channel, so definitely better opportunities selling down here. This nice double bottom, really good entry over here, cross on the moving average, test on the moving average, so we're definitely going higher every time they pull back to the moving average that were bought. This is the first time we broke, but did not close below the moving average and just held the moving average. This is the first time we sold. I'm sorry, closed below the moving average, but as you can see, bulls bought that and we stayed high, but really poor follow through, and then you had this massive bear breakout. All right, so tomorrow should be a good day. I have, I'm gonna try. See, this is the thing. I have how many days? 9 more days, 9 more trading days to hit the $6,000 target, and I'm realizing that these targets are never a good idea because it's making me want to take trades I probably shouldn't be taking because I'm thinking about the target. I just put this wedge top in here for this nice reversal. One pullback, two, okay, and then you didn't have anything. You had a double bottom here, so therefore went even higher. 1, 2, and 3. This is a wedge that failed, therefore possible measured move up, but we didn't actually go for that measured move, did we? Anyway, all right, so that was my trading day.